Okay, so this is a video to show some features in the iPhone version so that the Android guys, Harsh and Jayton, can see what it looks like and have some feature parity. So uh, this is a little bit newer version, I think, than than the original iPhone code that we started to port for the Android, but it's main features are the same. And this is a development version, so don't mind the graphics. The buttons look a little bit different, but um, they're going to be fixed before it gets released, just the colors and stuff. So basically, the couple things I want to go through are one is the galactic chart, just so everybody understands how it works. All it really is it's just basically a map. It only can do a couple of different things, and again, this version may look a little bit different than the version you guys are working with, but it's just a way for you to see where you are and see how far away any given system is. So by touching on any of these um, systems, you should be able to see where you're going. And the main feature here is throughout the game there are certain quests and missions that you go on that require you to travel to maybe a faraway system in a certain amount of time. So in that case, you'd use the galactic chart. So if we had to go up here to for me, I could say track track which system for me. What that's going to do is it's going to tell me whenever I'm warping which direction the tracked system is so that I can make sure I'm going in the right direction. So that's pretty much all the galactic chart does. And you can, kind of scroll through and look at different systems. But, and, this doesn't work perfectly on the iPhone. We're cleaning up some bugs in it right now anyway. But these red dots are wormholes. They jump you instantly to a faraway place without using fuel. And so that's it for the galactic chart. Now you're going to see in the short range chart that we're going to be tracking this system for me, and it's just going to show up as a little arrow. So close down the galactic chart. If we now go to the short range chart, you see the little arrow here, which is going to be tracking or pointing out the direction, and you see down here that the tracked system is 102 parsecs away. So that's the galactic chart function. The short range chart, I think you guys pretty much have that down. The main features here are just what it comes up with by default is showing you the price delta between the system that you're in and the system that you're targeting right now. So in order to get here, we had to click on a system that happened to be Molina. And so what this is showing us is the price differences. So we're going to be hopeful, and they're not exact. I don't believe they're exact. It's just an estimate, or maybe they are exact. I'm not sure what the code is doing there. But in any case, we can be assured that we're going to sell the robots at a profit here. So, and we can scroll through the different systems. And typically, what an advanced player is doing is really quickly scrolling through these systems, trying to find the best price delta. So, um, let's say we buy some machines, we warp out, and go through the motions here. Um, sell our cargo. So that sequence now, we're going to go back here and refuel. So there's a couple different things here. For a real basic player, that's pretty much what they're going to be doing for the early part of the game, because there's not a lot happening in the game until you get enough cash to buy a bigger ship, and then you start to be offered quests. And like here, we have an opportunity to buy to transport some cargo. That sound is actually wrong, but this is an example of this isn't quite a quest, but this is a feature that the game is offering you, sort of a little mission here to transport cargo to Galaxia. So let's say We accept that. And now what we would do again is go back to the galactic chart and look to track a system, Galaxia. Let's see. What happened there? Try that again. Okay. Now we're tracking Galaxia, which is 37 parsecs away. That's kind of our mission. If we went into commander status, we would see under quests here that we need to deliver this cargo to Galaxia. So, so then we would start heading over that way. And again, right, so cargo bays are full because we're on a mission. But I just wanted to show, sort of the quests being awarded there and how it's tracked. Other stuff in here, again, this is what we really call this the warp screen because you get to it by clicking on the warp button here. Most of the main functions are handled through these buttons on the bottom bar. The warp button takes us to the short range chart. We click on the system, and this takes us to this screen, which is also is what we call the warp sequence or warp screen, where you're able to buy cargo. You're able to find out the information in the destination system, what the tech level is, how many pirates and police there are. I can scroll through the systems now if I want to do that. This, by the way, is changing the target. If I do this, this is showing me the taxes and stuff. But if I scroll through this, this is actually changing the target system. So if I want to go back to Nix, I'll be working there. We're not right now. I don't think we're focusing too much on the encounter stuff. I think you guys have that pretty well, or at least in an earlier version of code, it looked like the encounter code was working pretty well. But it's fairly simple. I mean, you encounter pirates, you encounter police, you decide whether you want to attack them, run from them. In the case of police, you can submit to them so that they can search you, that sort of stuff. Standard order been achieved. So going back here again, now we're at Nix. We would have to go through and fuel up. The difference between a sophisticated user and a beginner user is a sophisticated user will go into game options and basically start to do things automatically. So automatically get a full tank of fuel, automatically repair the hull, buy the news if you want, reserve money to warp. So you start to turn these things on, and this makes the gameplay quite a bit faster. This is sort of, like I said, this is for, and you could auto attack or auto flee, I don't know. And that would just be, again, going through. See, we're on this mission right now. We're tracking this system. We need to get further up here. So we're picking systems that are getting us closer to there. And I know this is a little bit confusing because it's changing the button name here. Actually, this is a bug in this version, I think. It's calling it through. Let's see. Absolute prices. Yeah. So absolute prices are the prices of the commodity. This is price differences. Right. You see the system info, the short range chart. I just want to point out that there's a way to buy cargo like this. Um, it's not used very much. It's actually we're looking at taking it completely out. The reason why is because no one really buys cargo on this screen, because although it tells you the amount of cargo available, which is nice um, here to buy, it doesn't tell you the price difference. So this is kind of a feature in the game that it isn't getting used that much. Most people are buying their cargo by going to the short range chart and looking at the price differences and selecting a favorable price.
All cargo days are full.
Okay, yeah, again, we kind of screwed this game up because we have a quest here. So, but that's pretty much it. Those are the main functions that I think you guys had questions about. So.